Alright guys, so this video is quick and urgent because the absolute just happened. I'm outside my job, 15-minute break. I get off in 30 minutes. I like to take my 15 about, 30 minutes before my break or the end of my day. Anyways, I'm sitting here cross-positioned meditating in front of my job, which is right there. I'm a temporary employee, doesn't matter. I digress. And so I'm meditating just right here, literally watching the, cars pass and all of this stuff. And all of a sudden, I have my eyes closed. I hear a guy about 2-3 minutes in my meditation. He's like, "Hey, man." I'm like, "Hey." He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Meditating." He's like, well, how long you been meditating there? I'm like, "About 3 minutes." He's like, start asking me. I'm like, answer his question. He's like, "Can you open your eyes?" I'm like, "Why? I'm meditating right now." And then so I'm like, he's like, "Could you open your eyes, please, sir?" I'm just like, open my eyes. Sure enough, it's a fucking cop. I'm like, I'll be damned, What are the chances? Me and the police, it's funny because, I know the way I'm portrayed, but, perceptions are only experience, and experience is only ignorance if you don't pay attention to other perceptions. I digress. So, literally, he's like, "Do you work? What do you do here?" I'm like, "What do you do here?" He's like, "I asked you." I'm like, "Dude, you come up to me. I'm peaceful, for my thing." He's like, "Can I see some ID?" I'm like, "Can I see some ID?" He's like, "It's right here." He shows me the badge. I'm like, "That could just be a badge, I'm like, "Can I get a face?" I'm like, my face is right here." I'm like, "No, I want a card with an actual badge and shit." And so he's like, "You sound like you got a chip on your shoulder." I'm like, "No, you came at me incorrect and this immoral," and I said some shit like that. I don't really be thinking, I just be flowing, because if you fuck with me, my Mercury is in fucking Virgo, so good luck to you. But anyway, so I chopped him up, and then his buddy to the right, good cop, he's like, "Here, bro, here you go, here's the ID." So I'm like, "Okay, thank you." So then I show him my census ID, and then we all cool, and that was the P. And these are the guys right here. So shout out to that cop. That's the one right there. With that being said, y'all stay safe, stay focused, stay balanced, and keep meditating.